Darby from rejoiceandcreate.com, and this is a little mini series of 5 videos that I created because I was gifted a paper pad that was 4.5 by 6.5 inches. Now, I know a lot of the companies have gone to the 6x6, 8x8, or 12x12 pads, but there are still some of these around, and they're quite pretty. And although I didn't have any when I was gifted this, I thought, how fun would that be? 6.5 by 4.5, that gives me an even number plus a 1/2 inch for a tab. Perfect for making bags and boxes. And that's exactly what I did. I sat down and created, and I think I have maybe 4 sheets left of this, and you can see the wonderful array of colors it comes in. So through this series, I want to go ahead and show you the boxes or containers that I made with this. So today we're going to do this little green bag, and it's a 1 inch by 2 inch bag, so 2 inches by 1 inch, and it's about 4 inches tall. And it has a really interesting way that it opens, because it actually opens with a little capper, a topper that slides on and off. Now, I'll show you a way to do this. If you just want to slide it on and let it sit on the table, that would be fine. But if you're handling it, you might want to punch a hole through and tie a ribbon, and I'll show you how to do that one. So today we're going to go ahead and make this one. Alright, so we'll go ahead and start with this little bag first, with this little topper, and of course you need a piece of 4.5 by 6.5 inch paper. A heavier paper or cardstock, actually, because it holds itself better. And this time I'm going to use the Terrace Blooms, which is a foil paper from the Paper Studio, and I got it at I believe Hobby Lobby with a half price coupon, or a 40% off coupon I should say. And this is the paper I'm going to use today. And then for the topper part, I need a piece that is 2.5 inches by 2.5 inches. And I just picked another more solid one from that collection, but you can find any that would work with your pattern that you pick. All right, let's go ahead and start with our 6.5 inch side up. And we're going to score at 1 inch, 3 inches, 4 inches, and 6 inches. All right, and then turn it, and if you turn it, you want the top to be to the right, and we'll score it at 1 inch. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and fold and burnish our score lines. All right, and you'll notice that we have that 1/2 inch section on one of the sides, and then there's a little tiny rectangle. Well, we don't need that one, so let's go ahead and get rid of that one. And try to cut straight up the bottom tab of the rectangle, just on the rectangle side of that score line, so we'll cut that little score line off. And we can just slightly tab it there, or slightly miter it there. All right. All right, now let's go ahead and cut straight up on this rectangle side of the tab, and just a slight notch into the little square part of the tab. And we'll just slightly notch on that side of that square tab as well. All right. Okay, so we'll go ahead and put a strong adhesive, and I'll use some Tombow Extreme to go quick. And fold that over, and that should line up, but if you're in a hurry, don't do it like I did. Make sure the top lines up. Okay. All right. Okay, that's our cute little bag. The seam is to the back. So we'll put the sides down first. Let's see, that's the back. We'll put the back one down and go ahead and put some glue on that front and stick it down. Okay. All right, we'll go ahead and pinch the box in and make sure the sides are lined up when you do this, because that'll make sure that that fold line that you're creating is in the center of the bag. Okay, and now you can certainly use a clip, like a binder clip or something, to go ahead and close that one, but we're going to close it with a little bit of a different way. All right, so what we're going to do now is create a little cap for it, and we're going to take that 2.5 inch square and we're going to fold it diagonally. And if you want to put it on the trimmer or the scoring tool and score it diagonally, you can do that as well. And what I'm going to do next is I'm going to line up, centered from side to side, my bag. Close that in there, and then I'm going to just score down each side. Actually, with my finger. You could use a scoring tool, although I don't know where mine is. Okay, there it is. So you could use a scoring tool just so you know where the side is, because we're going to actually create a tab there. All right. So open that back up, and you'll notice that there's a score down each side. Go ahead and take your scissors and cut on that score that you just made, and then cut just down that diagonal fold. So that's what you have, and do the same thing on the other side. Okay, so this is what you have. Now we're going to put this down here and fold these over, and that's where we're going to apply our glue to create our cap. Now you don't want it too tight. You want it snug enough that it will stay on when it's sitting there, but you don't want it too tight that you can't get it off and on very easily. All right, so we'll do that, and now I'm going to open that, put some glue. When I have time to wait, I use the Tombow liquid glue because I know it will create a great seal. This for speed, I'm just going to go ahead and do it this way. All right, so I'll go ahead and snug that back up, fold these over, and fold this one down. There, and it makes a really nice little unique kind of closure. All right, so I'm just going to go ahead and flatten the top of the bag so it'll close in and out easily. And then I'll put this on. All right, so now what I'm going to do is to punch a hole in this one. As I said, this one I just did a cap, so it just slides on and off, and I just tied the ribbon around the whole thing. If you want one that's going to stay on a little bit more, I would go ahead and punch a hole in it. So first of all, take this off of the bag. And I'm going to use a 1/8 inch punch, and I'll go ahead and do it right in the center, about 1/2 inch down, like that. And then I'll line it back up on my bag, and I'll go ahead and punch right where that is. Okay, so that gives me a hole all the way through the bag. Now how I'm going to tie the ribbon is I'm actually going to loop it. Let's see, how much do I have? I have about a little over 15 inches. So loop it like this and push it from back to front. And where's my back? That's back, so it's back to front. Oops. And just pull it through a little bit. And then what you do is pull one leg around this side of it and thread it from that side through, and then pull the other leg around the other way and thread that way through. Then just go ahead and tighten that down and snug these down. And tie a bow. Isn't that pretty? And this one will stay on because you've actually gone through the top of the bag. This one's not like a cap. It actually will stay there until the person undoes it. I just used a 1-inch circle punched out of white and with a sentiment on it, "With love." And I used that one from the Lawn Fawn Tags and Sayings stamp set. And I backed it onto a 1 1/8 inch scallop circle punch and used a little enamel heart, put it on there, and it's very sweet. So I hope you enjoyed this first 4.5 by 6.5 inch paper pad project. If you liked the video, please subscribe and hit the bell if you want to be notified of new videos as I post them. If you need more information on this, please go to rejoiceandcreate.com, And as always, until we meet again, I hope your days are blessed. Bye!